Hey everyone, welcome to week 6, social media and privacy security. This is what we'll be taking a look at this week, so let's dive right in. Let's take a look at social media. Social media has become a big part of modern life and connects over 5 billion people globally. Some examples of social media, which I believe many of us might be familiar with, are Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter, and LinkedIn can also be something considered social media as well. Social media helps individuals stay connected and provides communication through different platforms. It comes with many different benefits, such as increased social connection, community building, and provides real time information. It also serves as a source for different news or breaking news. It helps businesses and marketing. It also organizes social and political movements and provides entertainment and self expression. Social media can be very influential on a personal well being, business, and politics. It provides benefits like community building and instant communication, but it also has some drawbacks and negative um, things such as mental health issues, the spread of misinformation, and privacy concerns. Um, you also might face cyberbullying and harassment, as well as addiction. MySpace was the first social media site to reach 1 million monthly active users and achieved this milestone around 2004, and that was arguably the beginning of the social media era. Digital privacy is very important. It's very evident in today's data driven world. Individuals utilize digital platforms for various tasks and generate mass amounts of personal data that could convey intimate insights about their lives if misused. This means that digital privacy is crucial as it maintains a boundary to protect users from unwanted intrusions and manipulations of data, preserving human dignity and individual autonomy. The threats posed by malicious hackers and cybercriminals make the protection of personal data very important, and it emphasizes the imperative need for digital privacy. Without digital privacy, we maximize the risk of privacy, emotional distress, financial complications, data overload, legal conflicts, unintended legacy, and loss of valuable information. A subset of the broader concept of privacy and focuses on the proper handling and uses of sensitive data. Digital privacy also focuses on personal information, communication, and conduct that are generated and transmitted within digital environments. It denotes rights and expectations of individuals to keep personal information confidential and secure in the digital realm, and it is pivotal in circumventing potential data breaches due to cybercriminal activities on the rise. Privacy and data security are important because it protects individuals from identity theft and fraud. Businesses maintain customer trust and brand reputation. It ensures sensitive information is kept confidential and safe from cyber threats. It maintains compliance with legal regulations, and it gives individuals control over their personal data. Privacy and data security allows individuals to make informed choices about what data they share and maintain control over their personal boundaries and relationships. We'll also talk a little bit about the social media landscape. Have you ever gone on social media and seen something you've talked about recently being promoted on the platform? Someone is always listening or watching what you're doing. Platforms also use built-in analytics and APIs to gather and analyze data on user behavior and content performance. Cross-site tracking also allows platforms to use different websites and apps to gather more information and create a profile based on your interests and behaviors. Users also share generated content such as photos, videos, posts, and comments, and they also track behavioral data like clicks, shares, or browsing history. Your device data is collected, technical data is collected, and psychographic data is also collected. Some examples of device and technical data would be IP address and the device model, and the psychographic data would be interests, opinions, and lifestyles. Growing up, I've always been told to be cautious and mindful of what I post because there's always a trail. Even when you delete it off the social media platform and etc., things are never always deleted, even though you cannot see it. Platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp collect data through user interactions, cookies, browser fingerprinting, and AI algorithms to personalize feeds. The social media landscape involves sharing various types of personal data, including basic identifiers like name, email, number, and demographics. And these companies monetize user data primarily through targeted ads and sell ad space to marketers, and also licenses to third parties for purposes like market research, and they offer premium services and subscriptions. This slide highlights some of the most pressing risks we face when using social media and how those risks can spill over into real life. Some common threats would be data breaches and leaks. It's when platforms are hacked or data is exposed. Sensitive information like emails, passwords, or private messages can end up in the wrong hands. Account hijacking. Attackers take control of accounts, post harmful content, or scam friends and followers. Location tracking. Simple posts can reveal where you are, making it easier for strangers or criminals to track what you're doing, who you're with, and things of that nature. Deepfake and impersonation, which are AI-generated videos or fake profiles that convincingly impersonate someone, spreading misinformation or damaging reputations. Surveillance and tracking, where companies and governments can monitor online behavior, build detailed profiles of individuals without their consent. And third-party app vulnerabilities, where apps are connected to social media accounts but don't have strong security, and that creates a backdoor for attackers. Some real-world consequences would be reputation damage. One single leak can ruin someone's credibility, both personally and professionally. You also can lose your job because employers often monitor social media, and inappropriate posts or breaches can cost you your career or your licenses. Financial fraud. Stolen data can be used to access bank accounts, commit identity theft, or run scams. These examples show that social media risks aren't just digital, but they can affect our jobs, finances, and personal safety. And that is why having these principles in place are so critical. Taking a deeper look into social media and privacy, there was a Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal where there was a massive data privacy breach where personal information of millions of Facebook user data was harvested. Cambridge Analytica is a British consulting firm that collected user and friends' data without consent to build psychological profiles for political advertising. This data was used to target voters in campaigns like the 2016 U.S. presidential election and the Brexit referendum. Facebook faced global backlash and was fined billions, including a $5 billion penalty by the U.S. Federal Trade Commission for violating privacy agreements. This scandal led to public outcry and congressional hearings, which raised questions about user privacy, data protection, and the influence of social media on elections. Facebook wanted the company to delete the data without taking further action to alert the public or warn users. In 2013, a researcher created the Facebook app called This Is Your Digital Life. And it wasn't an app, it was the platform that they used to take the information, and it asked users personality questions but also collected data from their Facebook profiles. This company scandal showed how personal data could be exploited at scale to manipulate public opinion, leading to stricter scrutiny of Facebook and broader conversations about digital privacy. Another case study is the Instagram and location based data exposure. Instagram had a new feature or location sharing feature that raised privacy concerns because they risked exposing users' real-time whereabouts to others, enabling stalking, harassment, and misuse of personal data. Although the location sharing feature could be seen as fun and social, it carried multiple serious privacy risks. It also risked exposing sensitive data and causing potential harm. A casual post can give away sensitive places like someone's home, workplace, or daily routine. And the safety risk means that the information can be misused for stalking, harassment, or monitoring and abusive relationships. Data misuse, where location data combined with other personal details creates detailed profiles that advertisers or even malicious actors can exploit. And you also face user backlash, which highlights tension between social connectivity and personal safety. Many people have raised concerns saying these features put their safety at risk and erode trust in the platform. This just shows how something as simple as sharing a photo can unintentionally expose private details. And it's a reminder that protecting location data is just as important as protecting passwords. This slide explores the psychological forces that drive people to share more than they realize on social media. Um, some drivers would be emotions, attention and validation, connection and belonging. Use it as a coping mechanism, identity seeking, or anxiety and attention seeking. Um, we disclose for validation, connection, and identity. A lot of people share to be validated, meaning likes and comments act as social approval. Sharing builds connection and helps us feel a part of a community. It also shapes identity. What we post becomes part of how we present ourselves to the world. The dopamine loop, likes, comments, and rewards. Every notification triggers a dopamine release, reinforcing the habit of posting. This reward cycle makes oversharing addictive as users chase the next hit of attention. The way the platform can be designed by nudging users to share more. So they're designed to encourage disclosure. Think of like your story, which push you to post more. And the design isn't neutral, so it's built to maximize engagement, often at the cost of privacy. The illusion of control versus actual vulnerability. Users believe they control what they share, but privacy settings can be complex or misleading. And in reality, once information is online, it can be copied, shared, or exploited beyond our control. Hence, I gave the example earlier about, being mindful and careful about what you post online because it's always there no matter what you believe. People share personal information online for various reasons, seeking support, belonging, self-expression, entertainment, but oversharing often happens unconsciously without weighing long-term consequences. Some negative consequences would be mental health effects, security risks, damaged relationships, and loss of control. Social media platforms features like tagging, geolocation, and auto suggestions make sharing effortless, and the convenience masks the fact that platforms benefit from collecting more personal data. And lastly, the paradox of control, feeling in charge while being surveilled. Users feel empowered by choosing what to post, but platforms track far more than what we realize. The sense of control is comforting, but surveillance is constant. And being able to understand these psychological drivers help explain why oversharing is so common and why protecting privacy requires both awareness and intentional choices. Behind the scenes, how our data is used. This slide looks at what happens after we share something online and the hidden processes that turn our data into profit and influence. Data brokers are people who sell personal information in hidden markets. They collect information from social media, apps, and public records. They then buy and sell this data in a largely invisible marketplace, creating detailed profiles of individuals. Most users don't realize their personal details are being traded. Behavioral profiling, where algorithms predict actions and preferences. Platforms use algorithms to analyze our behavior, what we click, how long we watch, even the time of day we're active. This profiling allows them to predict future actions like what we might buy or which content will keep us scrolling. It's not just about understanding us, it's about shaping our behavior. Targeted ads versus manipulation. Targeted ads can feel helpful, showing us products we're interested in, but the same techniques can be manipulative, influencing political opinions, reinforcing biases, or nudging us towards certain choices. The line between personalization and manipulation is often blurry. And the journey of a single post from upload to algorithm. When you upload a post, it doesn't just stay on your profile. It's scanned for keywords, engagement potential, and relevance. Algorithms then decide who sees it, how widely it spreads, and even whether it gets buried. Your post becomes part of a massive feedback loop that trains the platform to know you better. So while we think of social media as a place to connect, behind the scenes it's a complex system where our data fuels markets, predictions, and influence, often when we don't realize it or notice it. Lastly, just rethinking some digital boundaries. We'll just understand privacy is changing in today's hyper-connected world. Privacy isn't just about keeping secrets anymore. It's about controlling how much of ourselves we share. In a world where everything is connected, even small details can reveal big patterns about us. The myth of nothing to hide. Many people think I have nothing to hide, so why worry? But privacy isn't about hiding wrongdoing. It's about protecting dignity, autonomy, and freedom from constant surveillance. Balancing visibility and safety means that we want to be visible online to connect and express ourselves, but visibility can also expose us to many different risks. The challenge is finding a balance between being open and staying safe. Cultural shifts, privacy as a privilege or a right. In some contexts, privacy is treated as a luxury, something only those with resources can truly protect, but other people argue it should be a fundamental right accessible to everyone regardless of status or wealth. Rethinking digital boundaries means asking not just how much we share, but who controls that sharing. Is it us or the platforms that we depend on? I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next week.